Yo, what's up? Let's see what we got. Let me know if you can hear me all right. Audio's looking good on my end. Should be all good. All right. So just doing another Q&A tonight, and I'm also going to be doing some lead list access giveaway. So go ahead and drop a message in the chat. Let me know who we got here. Let's see. All right, everything's looking good on my end. All right, so I just made a post or a story on my Instagram. Should have hit like 9,500 revenue today, but it's going to be like a break even or maybe even a slight loss because I have a product that I bought, I stocked up on, kind of broke my rule of going wide almost 2 months ago now, and the price has not recovered. So at this point, I'm just dropping my price, getting those funds back so that I can invest in better products, hopefully help out some cash flow. Yeah. So the top line revenue that you see, it's not always big profits. Like a lot of people will just post their sales, and I think it's important to show actual profits sometimes, and especially talk about these experiences where we're having net losses on occasion. But yeah, that's all part of the business, and that's what we're doing today. Looks like we got a couple people watching. Drop a message in the chat so I know who's here. And make sure you're active in the chat because we are doing lead list giveaway tonight as well. Let me know any questions you have, any way that I can help you out in your Amazon business. Also, let me know how Turkey 5 went. That we just went through basically the busiest 5-day period of the year. If you prepared properly in terms of your sales, and also hopefully in terms of your buying. So you should have, spent a lot of money in the last 5 days on inventory. That way, this next month and going forward is going to be looking really great for you as well. Yeah, Turkey 5 is generally the busiest time of the year for Amazon sellers. Hope you all got some great deals. Let's see. Yeah, I was putting out 2 or 3 lead lists almost every day over Turkey 5, just because my team was finding so many leads and we just had so many extras, so we figured we might as well put them out there, right? All right, hopefully we get a couple more people to hop in here and ask some questions. Just taking this time to answer any questions you have. So let me know any way that I can help you out. Any Amazon questions, business questions, drop them in the chat. All right. Looks like we got a couple people here. Go and drop a message so I know who's watching. Make sure you can hear me and everything all right. And anything I can help you with, let me know. And let me know how your Turkey 5 went too. What's up? We got 3 people here. Go and drop a message. Let me know who's watching. Hey, what's up? What do you think is the best strategy to find good distributors and wholesalers? First question of the night is about wholesale. I like it. So there's tons of different methods for finding wholesalers and distributors. The one that I found to be the most effective is to hit up brand direct. Now, when I say hit up brand direct, I'm not necessarily going for a brand direct account, but a lot of these brands will give you a list of their distributors. So let's say I hit up like Dove or Olay. I'm probably not going to be able to open an account directly with them because they're probably going to have like 7-figure minimums, something crazy that I really don't want to deal with or that I can't. But what they will do is say, "Hey, here's a list of our distributors. You should go try and open up accounts with them." You hit up, 100 brands, let's say 10 of them get back to you, and usually when they get back to you, they're giving you at least 5 distributors. I'd say 3 to 5 is kind of the minimum that I see brands work with. So let's say you reach out to 100, 10 get back to you, that might be a higher conversion. But you get the idea. You're hitting up a ton of brands in hopes of getting distributor accounts, and that's the best method that I've found. What's up, Kick Central? What's up, Kevin? How's it going? Did you guys have a good Turkey 5? A lot of sales, a lot of buying inventory. We pretty consistently did well over Turkey 5. Honestly, we were not able to buy as much inventory as I wanted to, though. Part of the reason why I finally liquidated that thing that I posted on my story. Rice flips, how much wholesale are you doing? Probably like 15% of my business is wholesale. I'll end around probably like 205K this month. So, what's the math on that? 30K will be wholesale. That might be a little low. I would say 30 to 40K, but that's going to be wholesale. Awesome, Kevin. That's good to hear. Shayla, what's up? How's it going? Glad you're able to join us tonight. But yeah, I'm still almost all online arbitrage. I would say long term, I'm transitioning more and more towards wholesale just because it's a lot, easier to do business with people who actually want your money. But at the same time, there's a lot of low hanging fruit with OA. It'd be stupid to pass up on it. Rice flips, all prep center, pretty much. So I have a few wholesale accounts that ship direct to FBA for me. Almost all of my online arbitrage goes to a prep center though, but some stuff when it makes sense, I just ship to my house and do it myself. Generally, the stuff that I'm shipping here are cheaper, and I'm getting a ton of them. Like I'm sending in like 50 units at once, and it's all just single sticker prep. I don't really want to pay someone like a buck, whatever it is, to just put a sticker on something. So I just send it here, and the tax doesn't matter since it's so cheap. Are you still sending in FBA shipments? Absolutely, never stopping. You might be asking about like some people worry about the Christmas deadline and if your stuff's going to get there by time. If you have seasonal items or items that need to arrive by Christmas, I would probably stop sending an FBA now. I would switch to FBM for those items, but stuff still sells year round. There's absolutely no reason to stop sending an FBA. One thing with FBA shipments, though, and let me know in the chat if you've been encountering this too, but we've been seeing a ton of inbound shipment problem issues, like labels not being scannable, different quantities, all these different things that we've been getting hit with a ton. And I've heard from other sellers they have been too. So let me know if you've been dealing with that. And we definitely are doing lead list giveaway access as well. So yeah, make sure you're staying active in the chat so I know who to enter for that giveaway as well. I put out probably like 7 or 8 leads lists over Turkey 5, and some of those leads are at least the ones today are still going to be good, and probably some of the ones that I put out a few days ago. Some of them had like some sales that ended, but overall they're still good leads, and I'm going to be giving away access on some of those that didn't sell out. Rice Flip says, when I storefront stock, I know the items are from OA, but doesn't fit my criteria. They hitting known sales or having special discount codes? Both. So if you're finding items that you know are OA, but they're probably or they're not, meeting your criteria, these are probably sale plans or manufactured margins. So sale plans are when these sellers they're getting these items, but they're only buying them when they're going on sale. And you need to just, keep track of that ASIN, find a source for it, and then figure out when that website has a sale. And then every time that they have that sale, you can go back and replan that product. So that's kind of the sale plan strategy, or they're using manufactured margin. So manufactured margin is basically getting an unlimited number of discount codes by signing up for a newsletter. So you can use a catch-all to get anything at your domain, give you a new email in the system. So every time you go on the website, you can sign up for the newsletter again using the same catch-all email, and then you get a new discount code every single time because you're tricking the system into thinking that you have a new email. So yeah, they're either probably doing sale plans or manufacturer margin where they're lowering the cost of their items every single time. It's a good question. Kick Central says, I hear a lot about holdups and long check-in times during this time of year. I've never been on Amazon during Q4 and was wondering about your thoughts on it. Yeah, so Amazon warehouses typically get backed up during Q4 just because they have so much volume. And that's why, we saw that they started to limit sellers' restock limits more because they don't want people sitting in unnecessary inventory. So yeah, they definitely do start to get backed up, but it also depends on where you're at and where you're shipping to. My fulfillment center, a lot of our stuff goes to Joliet and DW2, and they're always pretty good. So if the places that you're sending to are pretty good, it's not a super big concern. But yeah, you definitely need to be mindful of that. But at the end of the day, you should be buying items that have longevity and that are going to sell year round. So it's not a super big deal. What's up, JDT? Just seeing what I can learn. Absolutely. If you have any questions, let us know. Happy to help you out. Let me know, are you selling on Amazon already or are you looking to get started? Rice Flips, is there a source or website that has a schedule of sales for different websites? I don't think so. We keep track of that like on a spreadsheet on our own. And we're just kind of, keeping an eye on sites that we know periodically go on sales and checking back on those. But you should look into SalesGazer. And SalesGazer it's a tool developed by Chris Grant from Clear the Shelf. Basically, you can subscribe to any site that is known to be good for online arbitrage, and then they'll send you all their advertisements. So anytime they have a sale, it'll pop up in your SalesGazer account, and you should definitely sign up for that. It's free. If you're not doing seasonal, do you suggest to just keep sending shipments in? Yes, 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 absolutely. Got to keep feeding the beast. Keep sending in those FBA shipments. The only time, getting by Christmas, the only time you should be concerned about items getting there by Christmas or if they're seasonal or maybe something that's like obviously giftable and it's not going to sell after Christmas. Most items, even if they're seasonal, will still have some kind of volume after Christmas. Yeah, I mentioned like a week ago on a live stream that I'm trying to bring in a CPA for you guys to answer, any kind of like tax and bookkeeping questions for Amazon. We are still scheduling that. It's still going to happen. We're just trying to nail down a date. MDW2 usually does good for me too. Yeah, shout out MDW2. How do you make sure your products are going there? You really can't. Um, there is not really a way to control where your shipments go. It's wherever Amazon tells you, and it's usually going to be a sorting center that's closer to you. Now, I don't know the full details of how to sign up for this or if it's still even if the program is still even open to anyone. But there used to be a program where you could set it up so that all of your stuff was going to one fulfillment center and it would never go anywhere else. The problem with that was like it's for all your ASINs. You can't have some ASINs do this and some ASINs not. But there used to be a way, and I don't even know if it's worth it, but there was a program where you could. I don't know how to do it though. Do you worry about Black Friday listings going crazy and waiting to send into events? So if you bought items that are like were really popular Black Friday sales, like from Walmart, Target, Best Buy, these big stores that a lot of people have access to, especially if they're brands and categories that aren't gated or anything like that, then I would consider FBMing them because there definitely is a concern that a lot of people are sending in FBA shipments. Excuse me. And once they check in, then those products are going to start to tank. So yeah, I would consider FBMing them if you know it was like a really popular Black Friday sale. For us personally, I didn't buy anything that I'm concerned on because I always am buying really stable keepographs, so I know that the items are going to sell. And I didn't buy any of the like super popular flips either. So I'm doing all FBA. Any tips on manufacturer margins, not gift codes or promo codes? No, that's pretty much it. I mean, there's cash back if you want to factor that into play, but we don't. We just consider cash back to be bonus. Our manufacturer margin are all promo codes and then sometimes gift cards if they're available. Nick says, can you explain the story of the bad buy you made? Yeah, absolutely. So this was a wholesale product. I bought it about 2 months ago, and it was, it looked very stable at the time. But then Amazon happened, right? So it started to it started unmerging from its parent, remerging. The listing just kept breaking, going back and forth. Price was tanking because of the listing keeping breaking. Then Amazon suppressed the buy box, which further slowed down volume. And it just kept getting worse and worse. And I was holding because historically it does good. So I was thinking it would recover because Keepa was telling me that it would. But now we're at a point, still, if I gave it enough time, it probably would recover because I always did on Keepa. But we're at a point now where I need to get this cash back. I went pretty deep on it. I kind of broke my rule of going wide. I have probably 20 grand invested in this product right now. And at this point, I need to just get that 20 grand back. Even if I'm taking a little bit of a net loss and I just get 18 grand back, I would rather have that 18 grand back and go invest in good products than have it just sitting there, hoping that it's going to come back. Even if I'm losing a little bit of money, I can make more by getting it back and then investing in better products. Been selling a local product for years, FBA and FBM. Cool. Now getting into Lego investing and retail arbitrage a bit. Right on. Yeah, I always tell people to look for local product opportunities. Because I mean, I don't know what your specific situation is, but like some places have like a regional grocery chains and they're only available in certain regions and they'll have like certain products that they only carry in those stores. So like in the southeast you have Publix where someone in California might want like a Publix branded product, but they can't get it because they don't have a Publix. So they'll buy it from someone who lives in Florida and could ship it through Amazon. It's just one example. Feel like I went super wide, but a brand I've done super well on popped up on a leads list. So I worry I can afford to hold though. Yeah, just look into other factors. Like how many are people able to buy? If it's on a leads list, how many people are on that leads list? Is it a site that I can't buy more than 3 of or 10 of or whatever and compare that to the volume? There's a lot of different factors that you can look at, but if you're feeling good at it overall and it's a brand that you've consistently done super well on, you're probably okay to do FBA, especially if you went super wide. Yeah, kind of sucks on that bad buy, but it was a learning lesson. At the end of the day, I'm just gonna get that money back and invest in better products. Oh, gotcha. Deep on this brand because of the sale. Yeah. Ashley Hudson, thanks for the question. Do you use Seller Locker? I do not. I used to use them. Um, They were fine whenever I was using them, but it was like a year ago now. They had some kind of temporary issue with Amazon where they were saying Amazon was saying that Seller Locker was not, you know, going to be compatible, or it was some kind of issue. So I just backed out because I didn't want to be any part of it. But I believe they've got it, resolved now. And now I'm using Riverbend Consulting. They take 20% of anything that they recover, very similar to Seller Locker. They handle all that for you. And if you sign up with them, let them know that I sent you, and you'll get a discount as well. Yeah, I've been using Riverbend for a while, and I like them for the reimbursements at least. Nice. Just made $480 sale 10 seconds ago. 230 buy cost. Nice flip. That's awesome. Nick says, "Are you going to ASD in February?" Yes, I am. Yeah, I went for the first time in August, and yeah, I enjoyed it. It was a good networking experience. Hoping to meet up with some more sellers there. Hoping to open up some more wholesale accounts as well. Let me know. Are you, Nick, going to go to ASD in February, or anyone else here in the chat? What do refund softwares do? So it's a reimbursement service, and basically, whenever you send in inventory to Amazon, maybe you send in 100 units, they only receive 98. The reimbursement service is going to look for that and other opportunities like that, where Amazon is saying there's discrepancies, or where Amazon should have gave you a reimbursement, or all these different things that Amazon should have paid you for that you probably didn't even know about. The reimbursement service, they're going to track all that for you. They're going to open up cases with Seller Central. They're going to get your money back. And then usually they just take a fee of what they recover. So if they find $0 for you, they get paid $0. A lot of them will take like 20 to 25% of what they recover. And yeah, I recommend Riverbend Consulting. Do you do Amazon to Amazon flips on Cyber Monday? I personally did not do any, but I don't think it's a bad idea. I've definitely done A to A flips before, and I think it's a really good business model if you know what you're doing. Just make sure that you're not using Prime, otherwise you're violating terms of service. And make sure you're using a separate account for buying your Amazon inventory. Awesome. DM Sorto, Nick, awesome. We'll have to get like a meetup there at the trade show so everyone can meet up. I think that's one of the best aspects of ASD is being able to meet up with other Amazon sellers and network there. All right, everyone who is watching right now, send me a DM on Instagram at Logan Altenberger, and I'm gonna get you entered into the drawing for lead list access. I'll give away 4 accesses to the leads list, so you have a pretty good chance. I'm seeing 7, 8 people watching right now, so you have almost a 50% chance. Just send me a DM at Logan Altenberger, and I will get you entered for that. What was the refund software? So the reimbursement service that I use is Riverbend Consulting. And like I said earlier, if you go with them, let them know that I sent you, and you'll get a discount on your services. Yeah, I've been with them for a while. I had a couple more people just join. I just said DM me on Instagram at Logan Altenberger, and we're doing leads list giveaways. So send me a DM just saying that you were here in the live stream, and we'll get you entered for a chance to get lead list access. What other questions do you guys have? How can I help you? Outside of ASD today, I was looking at just different like ecom conferences that I could go to, even if they're not like wholesale or opening, accounts to buy inventory. Just being able to learn more about ecom and networking with other sellers, I think is always huge. Ashley says, "What are your favorite credit cards?" So I have 13 or 14 credit cards right now. I'm a big advocate for using credit cards for buying inventory and just for personal use. I think everyone should be using credit cards as long as you're responsible. But my favorite credit cards are we use the Amex Platinum, Amex Gold, Amex Plum, and the Capital One Spark. Capital One Spark is the best for cash back because it's 2% unlimited and they have a no hard spending cap. And then we use the Amex Platinum the most besides that. And then I'm using the Plum on wholesale orders. The reason for that is Amex Plum has 60-day repayment terms. So that's like the main benefit there. Yeah, I like the Amex Platinum, Plum, Gold, and Capital One Spark. And then for my personal credit card, I use the Capital One Venture card. It's 2% unlimited miles. Best to price competitively now or wait till people are out of stock. Don't time to stock. I always am just pricing at the buy box. There's a few rare circumstances, where I'll kind of be I'll price higher because I think people are going to go out of stock soon. But generally, we're just pricing at the buy box. And I use a repricer called Seller Snap that uses game theory and studies the listings. And sometimes they're able to catch me sales at like $10 above the buy box anyway. But yeah, for the most part, I'm just looking at the buy box and repricing based on that. It's better to, catch a profitable sale than be speculative and get burned. Did you start with personal credit cards or right into business? Personal. So I got the Discover It student card right when I turned 18, and then I don't know. I had after that I got the Amazon Prime Visa, then another Discover card, then another Chase Freedom card, which don't like Chase, don't do business with Chase. Uh, and then I think I got the Kohl's card after that, the Walmart card, Target card, and then probably after that is when I started getting business cards. And my first business card was the Amex Plum. Yeah. I definitely had a few personal cards before business though. If you're looking to get started with a personal credit card, the one I use now is the Capital One Venture. But if you're just getting started, I would recommend going with Discover. They're a really great company and I think friendly towards people who are new to credit cards, and especially if you're a student. They have the student version of their card, which you're much more likely to get approved for as a student. If a product on Keepa has almost no FBM sellers, does that mean it's going to be harder to sell on there doing FBM? Potentially. So I would look at the buy box history and see if, historically, is there any rotation going to FBM sellers? And I would want to see that some kind of rotation. Uh, also make sure there's a little bit of room. Sometimes with FBM, you have to price a little bit lower. You can also play around with your shipping settings to help get more favor on the buy box rotation. Yeah, generally, I would want to see some kind of buy box rotation towards FBM, but there's so many aspects that go into getting sales. You can definitely still get sales, especially if you're just trying to get rid of a few units and it sells 100 times a week, 100 times a day. Look at the velocity, and you can probably squeeze out a few sales. One component that's not talked about too much about the buy box is a geographical aspect. So let's say you are in Delaware, and the person who's getting the buy box the most often right now, their inventory is all the way in California. But there's a customer shopping in Delaware and your FBM in Delaware. Amazon's probably going to give you that sale because they know that you're going to be able to get it to the customer in 1, 2, maybe 3 days. Probably just 1 or 2 though. Yeah, so there's a geographical component of the buy box that can help you out with FBM as well. All right, we are gonna go 4 minutes or so, a few more minutes. So let me know any more questions you have. This. Any more questions you have, let me know. And also, if you're still watching, don't forget DM me on Instagram so I can get you entered for that free leads list access. How much should I spend over Turkey 5? Not enough. So like I said, um, yeah, I wasn't able to spend nearly as much as I wanted to, because of that cash flow issue and that bad buy that I'm liquidating. I probably should have done it a couple weeks ago, honestly. Yeah, we were not able to spend as much as I wanted to. I probably ended up spending though around 30,000, 25 to 32-ish thousand, somewhere in there. But yeah, I was hoping to spend a lot more, but I was not able to, unfortunately. Best advice for ASD: meet up with other sellers, and at least for a few distributors, go up with another seller and just kind of try and do it together. When you're there, it's going to be super overwhelming. I would say just start walking every single aisle, look for someone who looks interesting, and go talk to them. I would say talk to almost every distributor you can, because even if it doesn't turn out to be like a good, fruitful partnership, it's going to give you practice of going up and talking to people. I would love to hear the story, Rice Flips. That's awesome. 700 bucks of inventory. How in the heck did you get 23% cash back? Would love to know. I was hitting some like 18% over Turkey 5, but definitely not getting 23. 23% with Rakuten. That's incredible. I've never seen over 15. Which that 15 and you're 23. I don't know if you have an American Express account, but if you have the Amex Platinum Charles Schwab card, you can boost that 23% by another 10%. So it would be like 25.3%. Because what you can do is transfer your Amex points to a Charles Schwab brokerage at a 1.1x multiple, and you can get paid by Rakuten and Amex points. Rakuten doing 20% on a lot of stuff right now. Awesome. I was not aware. Actually, I don't think I even looked at any websites for buying today. So most of my process is completely outsourced now. I have my product research team that finds the leads. I have my manager that reviews them, and then I have my buyer that buys them. So I'm pretty hands off from the whole buying inventory process at this point. So I was not even aware that Rakuten was doing 20%, but that is awesome. Are you carrying any small and light? Yeah, we have a few ASINs. It's not nothing crazy though. It's definitely a good opportunity, and Amazon recently announced they're bumping that up to 12 bucks, which would be huge. When I started, I think it was only 6. It might have been 7, but I think it was just 6. So it's pretty much doubled, or it will have doubled in a couple months. Huge. Don't sleep on small and light. Anything you have under 10 bucks that's small and light, just check if it's eligible and enroll it. There's no reason not to. All right, one more minute. Any last questions? Let me know. And again, DM me on Instagram at Logan Altberger to get your chance for a lead list giveaway. Just let me know that you were here watching tonight, and I will get you entered for a chance to win. Any final questions? All right, we got 3 last questions came in. So Nick says, "Are you planning on going the warehouse route potentially if I start doing more wholesale?" I had a warehouse in Delaware over the summer. I was running a prep center, and I was sending all my OA stuff out there, but it ended up not working out because we couldn't get any employees. So yeah, I had a warehouse for a while, didn't really work out. So now we're going prep center. If I start doing more wholesale and sending stuff here, then I might, try and get another warehouse for that. Small and light program. Let me grab you a video where I break this down more, but basically it's a way to get lower fulfillment fees. You basically just enroll your small and light ASINs that are priced under $10 right now. Soon it'll be 12, and then Amazon will give you lower FBA fees. It's awesome. Here's a link to the video. You can go watch that as soon as this ends, and it'll explain the program more. What are your goals for the next 1 to 3 months? Taking my foot off the gas. So I'm just about at the point where I want to be for my top line revenue goal. And then from there, we're just going to be focusing on increasing profitability. So like I just said, I'm pretty much fully removed from the business at this point. I have to work probably 20, 30 minutes a day. If I work a little bit more, it's just kind of refining systems, looking at some wholesale stuff. But the business can pretty much run itself if I just work 20, 30 minutes a day at this point. So everything's pretty much outsourced and where I want to be there. Now we're almost to our top line goal. And I just want to focus on increasing profitability and refining systems further. So that's kind of where I'm looking at over the next 1 to 3 months. Yeah. All right. Well, thanks everyone for hanging out tonight. Hope you got some value, and I will be going live again sometime this week. Thanks for watching. Peace out.